Yeah, students, very good morning. Welcome to my subject Management Entrepreneurship for IT Industries. Myself, Professor Subramanya Bhagavat, Coordinator of Computer Science. Now, in this subject, first we study about why to study the management, what is the importance of management subject in computer science. Last class I clearly told about these things. What does it take to be a successful manager? How do you say a manager is successful? Discuss the basic responsibility of manager in terms of key resources. What are the key management skills required? What are the four key management functions? We are going to study in detail in this subject. And what are the various levels of management? What are the various contexts in which management is applied? We are going to study in detail these things. Then we should also study about managers' resources, management's responsibility. What are the manager's resources? Human, financial, physical, and informational. He has to manage human, so HR, human resource management. He has to manage the finance. We'll study in detail. This is a very interesting subject. Then we are going to study about management roles, interpersonal roles. As a leader, how he has to work, informational roles, monitor, decision roles, entrepreneur, all these things we are going to study in detail. Then management skills, functions and roles, where we are going to study about planning, entrepreneur, negotiator, that all these things how it will work, organization, resource allocator, leading as a leader and controlling, monitor, disturbance handler. Some disturbance comes, how he handles. That's all these things we are going to study. Decision making, interpersonal skills and technical skills. We are going to study the role of these managements in management skills there. Okay. Then management levels, top management, president, mid-level management, marketing managers, operational manager, financial manager, human resource manager, then this is called first line management, then operative employees, at all the levels we are going to study. Now, welcome to our subject, first chapter, introduction. There I am going to explain you about management, meanings of management, then nature and characteristics of management, scope and functional areas of management, goals of management, levels of management, brief overview of evaluation of management we are going to study. Then we study about planning, importance types of plans, steps, and organizing a nature, purpose, types of organizations. All these things we are going to study. Learning objectives to introduce the concept and definitions of management, present the characteristics of management, understand the functions of management, understand the functional areas of management, distinguish administrations and management, introduce the role of management, present the level management, trace the development of management. Okay, we are going to study. Now, next one, definitions of management. I give you some important questions, same questions only you can expect in final examinations. How to write everything I'll tell you. Definitions of management. What is management? How do you define the management? Last class we have studied in detail about these things. First thing, simplest definition is that it is defined as the art of getting things done through people. Management can also be defined as the process consists of planning. Management consists planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling, performed to determine and accomplish the use of people and resources. Management is systematic way of doing things. It's nothing but art of getting things done through people. Okay, according to Mary Follett, management is the art of getting things done through people. There are a lot of people are there. Okay, they work. We should try to take the best from each one. That's called management. Then George R. Terry, he says management is distinct process consists of planning. It contains nothing but a planning. How we can abstract the work from everybody? How we can take the maximum work from everybody? First thing is planning. So management consists. George R. Terry very clearly says planning, organizing. So management consisting these things, planning. You should be able to plan properly. You are not planned perfectly means you are planned to fail. Organizing, actuating, and controlling the performance to the determine and accomplish the objectives by the use of people and resources. Planning means nothing but thinking of the manager's actions in advance. In advance, you have to we are thinking tomorrow what to do, day after tomorrow what to do. That's called planning. Then actions of the managers are based on logic. You are planning and you have to implement that things. And some method rather than this organizing means coordinating coordinating machines, materials, and human resources of the organization. Actuating means motivating or directing the subordinates. Controlling means that manager must ensure that there is no deviations from plans. According to plan, it should go. That's called management. Next one, yeah, wait, yeah. Next one, according to F.W. Tyler, management is the art of knowing what you want to do and then seeing what is it is done in the best and cheapest way. What you want to do. First, you have to write that things and seeing that is done in the best, cheapest way. That's called management. According to Donald, management is the art and science of decision making and leadership. Art and science of decision making as well as leadership. John F. Me states management is the art of securing maximum results with minimum efforts to secure maximum prosperity of employees and give the public the best possible services. Best possible services. According to William, management is the function of an enterprise which concerns itself with the direction and control of various activities and business activities. According to Coutton Donnell, management is the direction and maintenance of an internal environment in an enterprise where individuals working in groups can perform efficiently and effectively towards the attain of the group goals. According to F.W. Taylor, management is the art of knowing what you want to do and then seeing them done in best way, cheapest way. Okay. Next one. Yeah, these are all the definitions we are going to study. Next one, nature of management. What it contains? Management's functions, main things, planning, organizing, stopping, directing, and controls. These are all the main important functions of, before going to the nature of management, first we take the one structure of management. Okay. So one small diagram is the, I have taken by this diagram from internet actually. This is management. This one diagram explains everything about management. Like management's functions. What are the management functions? Planning, organizing, stopping, directing, and controlling. Then role of management, interpersonal, decision, informations. Then managing what? People, technology, and finance. And managing the systems. There we are going to study about resource management, process management, situations management, relation management. Then management and administrations. Management is an art, science, as well as profession. Then managerial knowledge and skills, technical, human, operational, and strategies. Then management phases, or I call levels of management. Okay, our decisions and executions, levels of management and management phases, pathfinding, problem solving, and implementations we are going to study. Responsibilities for the results. Management is the responsibility for the results. To the people management is the responsible. To herself or himself, to the organization, it is responsible. And managing knowledge skills, technical, human, operational, and strategies we have studied. Then nature of management. First, we should explain about some important natures. Multidisciplinary. Management is multidisciplinary. It draws freely ideas and concepts from the disciplines like economics. We have to concentrate about economics, sociology, psychology, statistics, and operational research, etc. Management integrates the ideas taken from various disciplines and present new concepts which can put into practice. The integration of these ideas is a major contribution to the management. So one of the important nature is multidisciplinary. Next one is dynamic nature of principles. Yeah, a principle is truth which establishes causes and effects relationship of a function. Principles are developed by integration of ideas from various disciplines supported by practical evidences, no doubt at all. These principles are flexible and change with the environment in which organizations works. Continuous researches are being carried to establish new principles. Many older principles, they are going to change their things. Next one, relative, not absolute principles. Yeah, management principles are relative. They are relative, no doubt at all. Because these principles for the improvement of the management and not obsolete. They must be applied according to the need of the organizations. According to the need of the organization, they have to plan. Each organization is different from others. Some organization, one idea is working, no doubt at all, this idea is working, but other same idea may not work. So the principles of management should be applied in the light of prevailing the conditions based on the conditions. Next, management is a science, art, or profession. Yeah, this is both science and arts also. Management perhaps the only subject in academics which enjoys the distinction. You see here, to make the education purposeful, meaningful, and enjoyable is our motto. To achieve these things, management subject is must and should. If you observe these directions, artists, social scientists, economics, engineers, everywhere, management is nothing but art also, science also. Okay. Next one, universality of management. Management is a universal phenomenon. Through universality, management principles are not universally applicable but are to be modified according to the need of the situations. Now, very important things, characteristics of management. We are going to study the characteristics of management. Here, management, first very important things I want to say, goal oriented. It should be a goal oriented. Each and every organization has set of goals depending on the nature of their organizations, where this goal should be simple, clear, or stated. The success of management is directly proportional to the organizational goals. It is essential the organizational goals must be well defined and properly understood by the management at various levels. So, first characteristic should be a goal oriented. Yeah. Suppose you are entering into a bus and you are telling the conductor to give a ticket. Whether he gives a ticket, no, he asks, where do you want to go? If we say, I don't know, he won't give a ticket to you. So management, the very important characteristics is it should be a goal oriented. Second one is group effort. Not only one person's effort. Suppose in a keyboard, one thing is missing. Okay, one X is missing or one comma is missing, you may not get the expected results. So it should be a group effort. The emphasis of management is universal when it is associated with a group. Each and every enterprise entails the existence of a group to achieve a goals. The goals are achieved more effectively, efficiently as a group than by one person alone. Always you remember there should be a group effort. So one of the important natures, what I call, characteristics of management, group efforts. Then group activity. Management is sometimes defined as a going things done through others' efforts. Yeah, group activity. What I call OPT, other person's time. Manager should be able to manage OPT, other person's time effectively, other person's money effectively. So beside the manager of a firm, there are the other groups of people such as accountants, engineers, system analysts, salesmen, and a host of other employees working. But it is the manager's job to integrate all the group activities. Okay, everybody should work perfectly. That is done by managers. Thus, the participants in management, what I call normal tendency to perform all things oneself instead of relays getting tasks accomplished through group effort. So, who has to do this work? He has to, for example, your projects, okay? Project team will be done, and who has to do that work? That team leader will decide that things. Next one is, it's a dynamic. Whenever there is a management, there is a dynamism in organization. It deals with the achievement of something definite expressed as a goal or objective. Management success is commonly measured by the extent to which its objectives are achieved. So it should be always dynamic. Then is action oriented. Managers focuses their actions. The main important thing, suppose some quarrel happens, the main thing is we should not bother about that things. This is the very important thing is here, action oriented. We should be action oriented. Only planning, no useful. Managers focuses their attention and efforts to bring the success for the organizations. So successful managers have huge of accomplishments. They know when and where to start, what to do for keeping things moving, and how to follow through. Next one is intangible. Yeah, management is often called unseen force. Its evidence is the result of motivation among the employees, disciplines in the group, high productivity. Okay, example intangible. For other way also I say tell you. Suppose electricity, I cannot see the electricity, but very useful. Say may is a very important. Then universal application. Management is universal in character. The principles and techniques of management are equally applicable in the fields of business, education, military, and government and hospitals. Everywhere, the working guidelines principles are flexible and capable of adoption to the every organization where the efforts of human beings have to be coordinated. So coordination is must and should. Next, what I call management is a continuous process. No doubt at all, because the process of management consists of planning, organizing, directing, controlling. So controlling the resources, to ensure that resources are used to the best advantage of the organization. A single function alone cannot produce the desired results. Management involves continuous planning, organization, directing, and controlling. So, no doubt, management is continuous process. Next one is management is an art as well as science. Yeah, management is an art. Because to management is an art in the sense of processing the managing skills by a person. Management is science because certain principles, laws are developed which are applicable in place where group activities are coordinated. This will be discussed in the details in later chapters. I am going to explain you in detail. Management aims at achieving the predicated objectives. Yeah, predetermined objectives. What has to be done? What is the goal that has to be done? All organizations have objectives that are laid down. Every managerial activity results in achievement of these predetermined objectives. So no doubt management aims at achieving the predetermined objectives. So in your projects or PhDs, first you write objectives. What has to be done? Planning has to be done perfectly. Management is a factor of production. No doubt, an enterprise produces goods or services using resources like land, labor, capital, machines, etc. The resources themselves cannot realize the organizational goals. Remember, the goals are achieved when these are effectively coordinated by the entrepreneur. In case of small enterprises, individuals can do such type of job, whereas in large entrepreneurs, the coordination of job is done by the management. So, management is factor of productions. Next one, management is a decision making. No doubt, decision making is selecting the best among the alternative courses. I can agree this point. Decision making is an important function of a manager. Whatever manager does, he does it by making decisions. The success, failure of an organization depends upon the quality of decision. A manager must make a right decision at right time. Then next one is a management aims at maximum profits. Yeah, because the resources are properly utilized to do maximum profit. Maximizing the profit is the economic functions of a manager. Then management is a career, professional, and discipline. No doubt at all. Management is a career because today's management is developed as a career focused on specialization, marketing management, financial management, personal management, industrial management, production management, quality management, and so many. Some of the specialization in management specialists are appointed at various positions. So management is no doubt it's a career. Then profession. Management is a profession because it processes the qualities of a profession. The knowledge is important and transferred. Knowledge is important and transferred. The established principles of management is applied in practices. This is discussed, future I am going to discuss these things. Then management is a discipline. Discipline refers to the field of study having well-defined concepts and principles. Classifying the management as a discipline implies that is an accumulated body of knowledge that can be learned. Thus, management is a subject with the principles and concepts. The purpose of studying a management is to learn how to apply these principles and concepts at right circumstances, right time to produce the desired results. You see, Japan lost everything, and because of that Kaizen idea, it has came up. What is that? That's nothing but one of the importance of characteristics of management. That idea tomorrow I am going to discuss with you. All the best.